There are a few books that I recommend to learn actually how to coach, to learn the art and the craft of coaching. And the coaching habit is one of them. It is exactly suited to what a book coach does. The book by Michael Bungay Stanier was actually written for the corporate world, for managers in the corporate world to learn a coaching mindset so that instead of managing someone, you're actually coaching them. And the difference is significant. In that world, it's taking the time to be curious about what the other person is doing and to be compassionate and to care about their growth mindset and how they're doing in their work and how they can improve at it. So it's shifting from telling people what to do or criticizing them as they're doing it to lifting them up and helping them see how to improve their own work. Book coaching is all about that. We're all about helping the writer to get their vision strong in their mind for what their book is going to be and to get that vision onto the page. And the coaching habit helps us by giving us a framework for being curious. That's basically what coaching is. It's a way to bring curiosity to a project. And so what that looks like in this book is there's 7 key questions that Stanier guides us to think about and to use while we're coaching somebody. And he goes through those 7 questions. One of the things I love about this book is it's actually tiny. I did a rough calculation of the word count, and I think there's only about 36,000 words in this book. It's a really small book, and part of the reason for that is the pages sometimes look like this, like there's not a lot of words on the page, and sometimes there's also pages like this with exercises, or he sends you out to extra videos or interviews or that sort of thing. But the simplicity of this book is what makes it so easy to use. You can learn these 7 questions. You can learn how to deploy these 7 questions. You can start thinking about how to use them in a coaching practice to help folks. And you can begin to understand what a book coach would do. So one of the things that I always do, for example, at the start of every single call with a client, I check in with them. And that's part of what Stanier is suggesting the whole coaching process is. His core question, number 1 question is trying to get to it here. The kickstart question: what's on your mind? So the way that I do that in my coaching practice is at the beginning of a coaching call, just that check-in. How are you doing? How did my edits land with you? What are you feeling about your work this week? And just taking a minute to sort of level set where they are and what they're bringing to their work in that moment, and kind of making it clear that this is the time and space that we have to work on this, to think about this, to talk about this. I'm here with you. I'm listening. I'm checking in, and just starting the call off that way. It can also be a great practice to ask the client, how are you feeling about our coaching? Am I helping you? Is my process adding value? Are you getting what you want? Are you making the progress that you want? And that's a way for the writer to reflect to their own selves about how their project is going as well. A typical coaching relationship has about 2 deadlines a month where writers are turning in pages, we're reviewing them, and then we're getting on the phone with them. And if you think about it, having these check-in calls and this time and space set aside a couple of times a month to know where their project is, to know where their mind is, to know what's happening, means that they're really much less likely to get stuck or to stall out or to get up in their own head with their doubts or resistance to the project. It's one of the most powerful things about coaching. It's just showing up in a repeated way. So the coaching habit is just a great book to begin to understand what this work is like and how to do it well. And a couple of my favorite things from the book: Stanier says that good coaching questions are just as effective if they're written as if they're spoken. And I love that because most of the coaching work that we do is on the page. We're looking at the words and we're saying, well, why did you have this happen? Or what did you mean here? I don't quite get this. Or, can you tell me more about this? Or what was your intention here? All of those curiosity questions are written, and the writer has a chance to sit with the written work and then also have the one-on-one interaction by phone or by Zoom or in person. So it's kind of doubly powerful book coaching because there's both on the page feedback and in person feedback. And another one of my favorite quotes from this book is this: when someone's nudging a new idea to the fore, exploring new boundaries of courage and possibility, hold the space and deepen the potential by asking, and what else might be possible? That's one of my favorite quotes because what book coaching is about is helping the writer see what's possible, helping them embrace their desire to have an impact with this book, helping them really see it in the world and catch the vision for how it's going to live in the marketplace. Sometimes my clients will tell me that they feel like I can see the book before they do. I can picture it, I can imagine it, I believe in it before they do. That's because that's my work. I'm trained to do that. I'm trained to see a book, see it on the shelf, see how it's going to function, see the context it's going to be born into. So I often catch that vision before they do and reflect it back to them. And that powerful notion is something Stanier really captures in his book. So, The Coaching Habit, I highly recommend it. A great place to start to learn all about book coaching.